Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm actually talking about this place you're seeing here. It's in Emersdale and partly Chaisa. Now, the question is, should Zambians actually learn the Indian mode of doing business? Should Zambians or should Africans actually pay attention to it? Because we have seen that everywhere. I think in almost all these African countries, there's these people that are actually doing better in terms of business, and that's the Indians. The Indian community here in Zambia is actually doing better when it comes to business. So should we as Africans or should we as Zambians actually, what can we learn from the Indian way of doing business? In today's video I'm going to show you guys this part of actually Zambia here in Lusaka, where we can actually get to see some things and how the business is being done, how they start off and all those things. So stick around, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, that way you'll be helping my channel to grow. So let's go and show you guys this part of this area where the Indians are actually taking over. Let's go. An Indian watching my videos right now, I want you guys to help us share with us how can we do the business better. Why is it that so many Indians, especially in Africa, actually are succeeding when it comes to businesses? And the shops that you can see behind me, a whole lot of these are actually owned by Indians. Now, how is it possible that you guys succeed and a lot of us Africans, of course others succeed, but most of us we don't get that far? Let me know how can we do things better, or what do you do different for you to succeed? If you're in India, please consider giving us your ideas, so that maybe one or two people that are actually watching my videos here can actually learn one or two things. Okay, you can see a pretty, all these shops that you see here are owned by Indians, and they are doing fine. They are doing fine, guys. That's the truth. They are doing fine. So let me know in the comment section what's your business model. How do you do it? I've seen a lot of people that have failed, but hey, you guys, a thumbs up to you guys, are doing a pretty better job as compared to most of us Africans. Like you can see, now today is Sunday actually, and people are closing the shops, and most of us, we have nowhere to buy things, because the shops are closed. So it tells you entirely that we depend on the Indian businesses for us to survive. Yeah. So let me know in the comment section, how do you do it? Yeah. So where I am, guys, is actually it's a place between Emersdale and Chaisa. So this place has a lot of shops, wholesale shops, of course some small clinics here and there, but mostly you find that all these things that I've mentioned are owned by the Indian community, living here in Zambia. So basically that is what happens here, but I can see, our Indian friends who are actually hard working are actually having that opportunity. They are able to own a lot of things, even in a foreign country like Zambia. So this is a place where all the shops that you can see here are actually owned by Indians. It's a very interesting scenario. I wonder how many Zambians actually own properties in places like India. But no, I don't think to say it's a bad thing to own property in another foreign country. It's okay, but why is it that it's only Indians and Chinese that are owning a lot of properties in this part of Africa? So let me get to show you some of the properties, some of the things that I'm talking about here. Okay, let's go. So first things first, let us look at how an Indian lives their life, okay, when they have just moved to a foreign country like Zambia. So number one, even if they've got a bit of money, they'll first concentrate on shops, building their business, their empire, and so on. Like what you can see here is actually some shops where there's Form King there, you can see. But on top of these shops, you will see some flats, and that is where they live, that is where they stay. So every single morning they wake up from top there and they get down and start working in their shop. Okay, now a Zambian, an African, what they will normally do is actually to find a fancy house because they've got a bit of money. You know, they would want to find a better house, a luxurious house, if I may put it that way. But look at this Indian. These have got millions of kwachas, but they still stay in such kind of houses. So that is a question that one needs to answer. Are you able to live a very simple life as you are doing your big business? That's number one. Number two, from the onset, what I've observed is actually that they don't buy fancy vehicles. Whatever they buy at the start of their business is actually something that is going to help them do their business, something that is going to help them push their business to another level. That is how they do their things, you know. But for an African, they would want to buy a very, very big vehicle, you know, just because your business has started and you want to show off that, you can do this, you can do that. But for an Indian, I know the owner of Jewel of Africa actually, or somebody that I worked for, she actually explained to say, when they started that Jewel of Africa company, they spent many years without buying these fancy vehicles, without buying these, more than 15 years in the same business. That's when they moved to their first house and so on and so forth. You know, but first they built their business empire until it grew that big, you know. So look at this shop here. This shop has a house on top. You know, this is a butchery actually, Stabby. So there's a butchery down and there's another shop there, it's just closed, but on top you can see that that's a house. Okay, so that is how these Indians actually start off. Another observation is that Indians also work on Sundays, okay? Yeah, so this time it was actually, this video has been taken on a Sunday, and I actually found a bit of shops open here and there. So yeah, like this one for example. So some other group of people coming from Rwanda and Burundi actually taking over the local shops that are found especially in the ghettos. They are the ones that own them. They've got all these kind of business. So the guys you can see here are Burundians and Rwandese, you know. So they have quite a lot of shops in these ghetto, in the communities right here in Zambia. So these are also another group of people who I'm actually going to talk about some other day, because they are also doing fine. They are also doing very, very, very fine. But of course, it's rough for them because some of them actually come here using other illegal means. But when it comes to business, these guys are very good because they know the reason why they are here in Zambia, and they know how to utilize their time well. Okay, I have quite a number of friends who I've been talking to, and only that people are afraid to speak in camera. So we may not get that interview, but from what they have been telling me, I'll be able to show you guys how they are doing their businesses as well. So if you're from Rwanda, if you're from Burundi, watch out for my next video. Make sure that you like this one, subscribe to my channel so that next time we do the one for Rwanda and the Burundians here in Zambia, you won't miss that. Okay, it's a very interesting one. You can see on this other side, there's this big mansion here, a very big mansion. I'm pretty sure you guys are able to see. Yeah, so what I love about the, can I call it the Indian mode of the Indian business mode or something? Um, if you look at the way their shops are designed, actually, it's more like they have like shops on the ground floor, and then on top they have some houses. That's how basically they start off. But then later on they can get to build mansions like this one, which you're able to see here. It's a very, very big mansion, which I haven't seen anywhere, only here. Okay, so I think they have their business mode of, it's actually working for them. And this is something that a lot of people need to learn about. That guy is looking at me, an Indian from within this area. So a lot of people need to learn how to do maybe the Indian way of doing business. Maybe that's what I mean. So how can Zambians actually tap into that? Wow. Maybe that's a discussion for another day. Alright, thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you so much for coming through to my channel once again. Hey, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure that you keep liking my videos, guys, and also subscribe if you haven't. That way you'll be helping my channel. So I'll see you in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now. Ba auntie.